Hi, my name is Daniel Lehman, and my science fair project is called Throw Your Weight Around. This science fair project, I did this project to determine where you should put the weight in your Heinrich Derby or shape and race car. Our testable question is, does a shape and race car with a low and centered center of gravity roll faster than a car with a high and rear center of gravity? This experiment was based mostly on my own personal experience and curiosity. My personal experience showed that a car with a low and centered center of gravity generally rolled faster than a car with a high and rear center of gravity. And some of the scientific principles that I'm testing are the potential energy, the kinetic energy, and the center of mass and balance, gravity, velocity, and friction. My hypothesis is that a car with a low and centered center of mass center between the two axles will roll faster than a car with a high and rear center of gravity. The materials that I needed for this experiment were a Pinewood Derby track, and a timer, and a shape and race block and test jig with a 1.5 ounce weight that I can move around. The test jig and car's total weight was 5 ounces, or 141.7476 grams, if you want to know it in metric. My procedure included setting up the track and the timer, building the car and jig, lubricating the wheels, and moving the weight for each of the 15 tested weight positions, with a total of 14 runs per test. The variable that I tested was the placement of this 1.5 ounce weight. All other aspects of the car remained as close to the same as possible. My data showed that M4A, which is right here just behind the back axle, was the fastest. It had an average of 2.8808 seconds going down the track. But I thought in my hypothesis that centered and low would be the fastest, which is this point right here. It is the fourth fastest test that I did, but it has the lowest difference between each of the runs. After conducting my experiment, I had several conclusions. First is that when building a shape and race car, moderately high and just behind the back axle was one of the best places. I also learned that the worst location was as far back as you can possibly put it and the rules allow. In the video, it shows that it falls off the track repeatedly. And when I was doing this, it sparked some curiosity for further study. I wanted to know if I could refine the point in which it was faster so it was smaller. I also wanted to know after a maximum of how many runs should I reapply graphite to the wheels? And is a car faster if you exceed 5 ounces? I might test those next year. So my biblical principle is from Deuteronomy 5:32. You shall be careful, therefore, to do as the Lord your God has commanded you. Do not turn aside to the right or to the left. So if we do not properly align ourselves with God's word, we will fall off track, like the one that consistently falls off. I would like to thank the judges and the audience for being here and listening to me, my family and the Platings for helping me conduct my experiment. Thank you.